sort of an evolution of print providers and talk about a couple case studies of how the printing industry's changed. And one of the things that's going on right now is there's a lot of turmoil in our industry, and there have been a lot of and I think there's a couple reasons for it. Obviously, the recession, there's less business activity, but the other thing that's happened out of the recession is that the way people are doing things and people's openness to change because they have new budgetary restraints or they have to try and do something differently has really accelerated the rate of change. So people have adopted or adapted new technologies much more quickly. They might have been more resistant, but maybe somebody that didn't want to try a Pearl campaign to reduce or streamline a cost for an internal process is much more open to it now because they have a budgetary constraint. So the recession has really hit the industry in two ways. One, there's less business activity, but two, there was just a more willingness to try some of these other medias and do things differently, and maybe, as he was saying from Appleton, maybe they want to do a smaller print run and clean up the database and that. So let's see if this, try that. Okay. So one of the things that's happened for the printers is that the printers that have been really slow to respond to these market changes, and there has been tremendous change in the market, they are struggling right now because it's not the same as having a couple printing presses and waiting for the work to come in. And the ones that have been, I guess, more adaptable and have really adapted to some of the value-added services out there, for instance, they've added mailing or fulfillment or digital printing, and they're working that in conjunction with the fulfillment. Some printers are offering marketing services. Where you have people doing software development. Our company's doing software development. We're hosting internet stores, and they have sort of web-to-print solutions. So the printers, there is a group of the printing industry out there that is prospering, but they've adopted a lot of these value-added services, and they've tried to they've adapted how they're presenting print so that it's more relevant to what the market wants. So the key here is how the printing industry is going to reposition itself to remain viable, and where is it going to go down the line. So that's what's going on. And if you take a look at sort of what I consider to be the next generation, or a lot of the things that you're going to see from our industry 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 years out, print isn't going to go away. Okay, the way people use print is changing, and the way people buy print is changing, but print itself isn't going to go. And I think you're going to see more printers, a lot of the printers that have all these value-added services are now going to offer more integrated products. They're going to integrate very closely with customer data, so they're going to be analyzed databases. They're going to be able to exchange, and we're going to have 2 examples that I'll show you that we're currently doing for our customers, where we're actually taking their data, working with it, and then sending it back in one case. So you're going to have data exchange, you're going to have a lot of customization, versioning and variable and all sorts of things, and then you're going to really leverage all of this technology that's out there and all the creativity in our industry, because it is a very creative industry, and I think you'll see some very interesting products. And I think printers, and our firm included, we're going to evolve away from selling, printing plus all the value-added services, where I think we're really going to have products that we're going to go and offer to vertical markets. And I think that's one of the evolutions that you'll see. So printers are going to go away, but the way it's used is definitely going to change.